What is up, everyone? Welcome back to more Let's Play Bayonetta 2. Last time, Gamora, our faithful demonic pet from the first game, went berserk and attacked Jean. Now we're on a journey to enter the gates of hell to get her soul back. We're only just past the prologue, and already the game has been incredible so far. I've been chomping at the bit all week to get back to it, just trying to find time, being so exhausted from Extra Life last weekend. Finally found time, finally gonna get into Chapter 1.
The sacred mountain of Thimbleventer. The joint's supposed to be the link between Inferno and Paradiso. They say there is an entrance to Inferno, the gates of hell, somewhere on this mountain. No one knows where, though. Hell, no one even knows if it's true or not. The only reason this overgrown rock is worshipped like some god in the first place is that no one's ever been able to get close to the damn thing. It's like it don't want you there. Every climber ends up stranded or worse. And don't even try to fly a plane near that place or bada boom! But at least your soul doesn't have a long walk to whichever afterlife you got lined up, right? I'll wait for you in Noatun, at the foot of the mountain. Just hurry up with whatever it is you gotta do and get back there, alright? And the hotel's going on your account, with a minibar too. Gotta keep myself busy while I'm waiting. Forget about it. I love those miniature drinks.
I can't believe you, Enzo. I didn't know the in-flight service was exclusive to fat Italians.
Renting the plane ain't free, you know. That reminds me, you owe Alex the kid for the charter. Whoa! Shit! There it is! That's Thimbleventer. Not such a bad place when you look at it. Oh, but you gotta have a death wish to get close to that damn place if you ask me. Wow. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. What the hell? Where did these clouds come from? What the fuck?
Sorry, Enzo. This is where I get off. Say hi to the wife and kids for me.
What? Wait, what? You're joking, right? I can't fly this piece of shit! Ah! I told you I can't have nice things.
John, I'm on my way. Just behave yourself for a bit longer.
Noatun and Thimbleventer. Lots of references to Norse mythology so far. Also, this beautiful cityscape vista with the two sage and witch statues. That's beautiful. I can't believe it looks so good on the Wii U and still runs at 60 FPS. And hey, we get, as you saw, Beast Within right off the bat this time. Our Speedy Panther form from the first game. And an Umbran Crow, used to be known as an Umbran Tear of Blood. Gives you stamps in the Miiverse. And this is brand new. This underwater section, which there are a lot of in this game. And they look incredible. You don't really slow down that much underwater, except you don't get your Panther form, your Beast Within down there. There is an animal transformation which speeds it up you get later in the game. Holy hell, this looks awesome. I think that chest ad is just a couple of halos. But I was saying this first chapter Noatun, the city of Genesis, is huge, and there's a lot to collect here. So we'll start off by grabbing this diary at the end of the pier, and then we'll talk about collectibles and items. Just like last time, you find these journal echoes, diaries basically. They tend to give you only little tidbits through very long walls of text, so I'll try to get them all. No guarantees there. I'm going to do what I did in Bayo 1. You can pause and read them in their entirety if you want, but I'm going to summarize them. This one's just describing the author's meeting with Bayonetta in Vigrid from the last game, and how the Umbra Witches and Sages had some kind of clear presence in Noatun, based off of the statues that we saw in that opening gorgeous vista of the city. So in Bayonetta 1, you found these notebooks written by Luca's dad, Antonio Redgrave, whose name is a nod to Tony Redgrave, one of Dante's aliases from Devil May Cry. And Antonio was a journalist who chronicled the history and events of the first game. Oh my god, this reflecting pool. I can't believe this looks so good. He chronicled the history and the events of the first game. The new author appears to be Luca this time around. So we got a yellow lollipop, which, if I didn't say, it makes you invincible when you use it. We have a red lollipop over here, which increases your damage for a short period of time. And there's also the green one we just got a second ago, which heals you on use. I'm not going to be using them too much because they affect your end of game ranking. This journal is, let's see. Oh, it's talking about how some of the witches were punished for their sins by having their burial places desecrated, shattered, and the pieces were scattered by the Lumen Sages as a form of divine retribution. So this is also describing a mechanic that we're about to be introduced to. These Umbran resting places, the memories or reflections of them. So they have this kind of ghostly, ethereal effect over them right now. Otherwise, they look like normal chests. So we have a time limit, and we have to collect the pieces of the Umbran resting place within the time limit. They're generally pretty easy, pretty straightforward. They get more complicated as the game goes on. That one had a 20-second timer. Took about 12 and a half. So the broken pieces, once you collect all of them within the time limit, complete the chest, and then you can go back to the chest and grab whatever reward is waiting inside. So, yeah, let's talk collectibles a little bit, and what I am and what I'm not going to be getting in this playthrough. So, first of all, there's the Umbra Crow that I picked up back in the beginning. Like I mentioned before, in the first game they were called Umbran Tears of Blood. Some of them only exist in higher difficulties, so I won't be 100%ing those. We're about to come up to not quite a collectible, but, well, you'll see in a second. They lead to collectibles. And this journal is just describing what those are. They're called Muspelheim portals, and this is telling you that they're gateways to another world, and how some people sometimes accidentally stumble and wander into them, and they disappear for months. These Muspelheim portals function the same way as the Alfheim portals did in Bayonetta 1 or the secret challenge areas from Devil May Cry. They give you a room with enemies, they put a stipulation on you, and they force you to beat the challenge for a reward. And I will be doing every single Muspelheim challenge portal. The rewards are typically broken witch hearts and moon pearls, and I will be getting all of those as well. Some of them I'm going to have to backtrack for. Like, 2 of the hearts in this chapter I need an ability to get that I don't have yet. This stipulation is just beat the enemy within the really lenient time limit, so that's not going to be a problem. Oop. Dodge out of the way there. Oh, that horse kick always gets me. I have to really burn it into my memory not to be behind them. I have a hard time reacting to that horse kick. So that's the first one. They generally get a lot more complicated and a lot more difficult from here on out. But since this is just the first chapter, they're giving you a nice little calm introduction to what the Muspelheim portals are going to be like. Some of the ones from Bayonetta 1 included challenges like you only get a limited number of punches and a limited number of kicks that you had to beat an enemy with. Those were typically some of the harder ones. Let's see, it takes 2 broken moon pearls to increase your magic gauge. It takes 4 broken witch hearts to increase your health a little bit. Again, I'm going to be getting all the Muspelheim challenges, or completing all of them. Getting all the witch hearts and the moon pearls. I'm probably not going to get all the Umbran Crows because, like I said, some of them are exclusive to higher difficulties, so it kind of makes it not worth going out of your way to get the ones that are on normal. Might as well wait until you're on the higher difficulty to get all of them anyway. Oh, the butterfly shadow returns from the last game. Just now realizing that. She's the shadow of the infernal demon she made a contract with, Madame Butterfly. Since all the Umbran resting places contain rewards, I'm going to be obviously getting all of those. There are golden LPs that lead to weapons. I'm going to be getting all of those. There are hidden verses in each chapter. I might get all of those. I'm not sure. That's about it. This one is talking about how the god of the human world left behind these fragmented memories that are almost like photographs that you can feel and touch and interact with. And they'll kind of change the shape of the world around you. And they're so numerous and so scattered that even this world's god forgot about them. Remember, there are 3 realities. There's Paradiso, Inferno, and the human world. We are walking around in a parallel dimension of the human world called Purgatorio. It's kind of a realm where only magic users go that can't be seen by normal humans. What's this one talking about? I think this is, yeah, the underwater ruins that we've been encountering a few times so far. God gave them their powers. They say there was a devastating tsunami that hit the city long ago and cracked its very foundation. And Luca's not going to go in there because it's freezing cold. He might come back here on a vacation, though. Whew. There's so much going on. So much to talk about right off the bat. So our first proper non-challenge verse of the game is going to be right here underwater. And it's against, what are these guys called? Yeah, you're going to be hearing that a lot. Oh, I got clipped. Tend to forget enemy names. Oh, I wish that didn't pop up mid-battle. As you beat the enemies, you collect these, the unicorn horns, I think the mandragora roots, and some other stuff. They're crafting materials, so you can craft the different types of lollipops and a couple of other items. This battle theme is so damn good. Tomorrow is mine. Yeah, I prefer it to Moon River. I prefer it to the first game's battle theme by far. Moon River and Tomorrow is Mine are both way better. Oh, I took that one hit. Should have been platinum. There we go, Mandragora root. And they are just crafting materials. The alchemy system from Bayonetta 1 returns in this one. Do a little underwater platforming to get to this chest here, which I think contains another broken witch heart. Or this might be a moon pearl. There are, I believe, 10 hearts and 3 moon pearls in total in this first chapter. Subsequent ones are going to be less crazy on the collectibles. This one, though, chapter 1's pretty big. This chest, I don't think has anything super important. It's a lollipop. And then, instead of taking the critical path forward up the stairs back there, if you jump past the lip of the stairs, we have another Muspelheim portal already. There are 4 of these in the first chapter. It's pretty crazy. Ooh, that loaded nice and quick too. It seems like they cut down on the load. Then again, I played the PS3 version of Bayo, so the loading times seem to have improved. I like these guys a lot more than the applauds from Bayo 1. The standard angel enemies. Cool little centaurs with spears. Oh man. Accolades are so cool looking. Oh, I know the name of these enemies starts with a B. I think it's Belief? They introduced them last time, I want to say. It's been a week since I played, though. So in case you didn't catch the stipulation, it was just, again, beat the enemies within an... Oh no, I'm sorry, this wasn't beat the enemies with a time limit. There is a time limit. It's just, the stipulation here is you can only damage enemies while you're in witch time. You kind of went on autopilot for that Muspelheim, and it worked out. Worked out fairly well. Yeah, so in almost every challenge area, you're going to have a time limit going against you. You also won't have your standard health bar. Instead, your health will be replaced by a couple of green globes, which means you have a limited number of hits you can take. Normally, it's between like 3 and 5. And that'll often be on top of another stipulation like the one we just saw. You can only damage enemies in witch time. There's one coming up where you have a timer, and then every enemy you kill extends the timer by 2 or 3 seconds. They're fun, usually pretty simple challenges until you start getting towards the mid and late game, and then they start getting pretty tough. That said, I think the Wonderful 101 challenge areas are significantly harder than any of the Bayo 1 or Bayo 2 ones. Oh man, the transition from water to land's even good.
Santa don't get paid enough for this shit. When Ed and Edna found their daddy wasn't coming back, it made me stay all the way through dinner.
Don't pretend you weren't delighted. I hear Enzo's wife makes a lovely casserole.
It was damn good. I'll give you that. Anyway, tell me how my babies are doing.
They're behaving quite well. They found plenty of playmates here.
Figured they would. Noatun had some deep connections with Fimbulventer and the Gates of Hell back in its day. Wouldn't be surprised to find a few of those playmates that like it rougher than the typical bunch. Anyway, you need any supplies, just make sure you keep bringing me these halos. And remember, I ain't here to get up in your business. My business is making things that do business. So don't come crying to me when you think you gotta do everything alone. I'm here to help. Just make sure you don't bust a cap at my ass.
Okay, so we have our first portal to the Gates of Hell, which is going to function as our shop for accessories, new moves, weapons, etc. First, there's a hidden verse over here, verse 4. Every chapter is divided up into a number of verses, which are usually just combat or action sequences. And that should be a pure platinum. Oh, Rodan mentioned Enzo back there, and I forgot. Enzo makes reference to Alex the Kid in the opening cutscene for the chapter. Alex the Kid was Sega's original pre-Sonic the Hedgehog mascot character. Lots of references to Sega and other Platinum games and all sorts of stuff scattered around here. We saw a bunch in the prologue.
Welcome to the Gates of Hell. We've lit our prices on fire, so there won't be hell to pay. Come on, I gotta say some cheesy shit sometimes.
Oh, I love these intro cutscenes to the Gates of Hell. And that font is a very Devil May Cry font up there. So we're gonna purchase Stiletto and Afterburner Kick straight off the bat. Is there anything? I have 16,000. I think all the Bat Within's 30,000, Crows 20. Let's see. Nope. Okay, I'm good for now. All the accessories are at least 100,000. So, the halos you collect buy accessories and moves and all that stuff. I think I already said that. Stiletto exists in all of the games in one form or another. It always has a name that starts with ST. In DMC, it's called Stinger. It's a gap closer move. That's Afterburner Kick. In Viewtiful Joe, it's called the Red Hot Kick. I think that's what it was called in Bayo 1. I can't remember if it was also called Afterburner Kick in that one. This specific move makes an appearance in a lot of Platinum stuff too. The name goes back to Viewtiful Joe. This one is called the Afterburner Kick because Camille is obsessed with the game Afterburner. Oh, and this effect is awesome. The city shattering and crumbling around you and changing shape. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. What a goddamn impressive first chapter this is. And it goes on for, yeah, glamour flying around up there. Saw him in the opening of the chapter. This is a really good start to the chapter. It gets better from here, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Till next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.